I am ready.
Today, America is seen internationally and nationally as the most obese country in the world. And most people give this attribute to the fact that the high intake of processed materials that we consume. High fructose corn syrup being probably the most popular, being used as a sweetener in many sodas and all kinds of sweet products. My major claim is that high fructose corn syrup does in fact have more negative health effects against the body than sucrose, which is table sugar. First, and I will do so by using the support claim that high fructose corn syrup is chemically more dangerous for the body and that it has more fructose than sucrose. But first, what is high fructose corn syrup? It is a derivative of cornstarch and uses an enzyme that converts glucose, the main energy source for our body, into fructose, which is a natural sweetener. And okay, so my first support claim is that high fructose corn syrup is chemically more dangerous. Chi Tong Ho, PhD, and his team from the Rutgers University of Food, Bioactives and Nutraceuticals said that glucose and fructose molecules in high fructose corn syrup are bound together unstably, and so when this molecule hits the blood flow, it turns into a compound called carbonyl, which is a reactive compound that contains carbon monoxide. And carbon monoxide, as people know, is very unhealthy for the body. It causes tissue damage. It causes complications with diabetes. And because it carries carbon monoxide, it inhibits the blood flow to many of the body's tissues and vital organs such as the brain and the heart and others. And basically what happens is when carbon monoxide is inhaled or taken in by a carbonyl, it attaches to oxygen-carrying transport unit called hemoglobin, and this restricts the room for oxygen, therefore not enough oxygen spread throughout the body. This isn't true for sucrose because it doesn't have that processed characteristic. It has a stable one-to-one bond between glucose and fructose, which means when it hits the bloodstream, it doesn't produce that carbon monoxide containing carbonyl. The second claim is that it has more fructose than sucrose does. High fructose corn syrup has 55% fructose, while sucrose has 50%. This is only a 5% change, but with the amount of sweetener that we take in, this 5% difference does add up. Investigators at the United States Department of Agriculture did an experiment with lab rats, and they experimented using high levels of fructose, and it showed that female rats actually were not able to give live birth. It was all miscarriages, and the males did not reach adulthood. Basically, they suffered from anemia, which is a deficiency of the oxygen-carrying hemoglobin. They had a reduced number of red blood cells and white blood cells, which fight off sickness. They had a high cholesterol, heart hypertrophy, which is literally when the heart enlarges until it explodes. And they had delayed testicular development. So as one can see, even though high fructose corn syrup and sucrose seem to be not very different, the large intake does have a large impact on